here with more fabulous folks today. I cannot wait for you to meet them. So let's have our first guest come on in. David, you're in the studio. Come on in.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. Did you know we had a live studio audience today?
I did not.
It's exciting.
It's very exciting.
They are unpredictable. I can tell you that much. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
You are a busy man right now.
I am right now.
Yes, you're doing a couple of things at the same time. Where else are you?
I'm traveling back and forth to New York City, between Columbus and New York, because I'm also in a show in New York City, La Traviata, right now.
Yes, with which company?
The Metropolitan Opera
I've
in
heard
New York.
of them. Yes, yes, sometimes known as the Met.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
That's amazing. And who are you playing in that show?
I am Gastone, who is not the lead tenor, but he's a good friend of the lead tenor, and he is sort of the comic relief in a few scenes, which I really like doing.
Interesting, lovely. And then you are doing a show with Opera Columbus here as
Correct.
well. And who are you playing?
I'm playing the Duke of Mantua.
The Duke of Mantua.
Yes.
I love that. How are you balancing both roles?
It's interesting because they're very different,
Okay.
both in size and nature,
Yeah.
and vocally.
Okay,
They're both Verdi, the same composer,
that guy.
but the Duke has quite a bit more music than Gastone, which is good,
Yeah.
because if I was flying back and forth doing two really heavy things, I might be a little more exhausted.
Do you sing on the plane?
No,
Okay.
I mean, as quiet as
I
possible.
love that.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm sure the other passengers also thank you for that. As the Duke, what would you consider the hardest part of the opera?
I think the hardest part is just the fact that it's a long role. There are quite a few parts that I might be a little nervous for, that are a little tricky. But I think the hardest part, figuring out how to do it, is just pacing yourself, because it's just aria after aria, 3 long arias, a big cabaletta in the middle, and then a big quartet after the last aria. It's just a lot of singing on stage, so it's just about, not getting too wrapped up and pacing yourself.
Not running around stage. Right?
Trying not to.
Trying not to.
Yeah.
Although it's fun if you do.
We'll see.
So, as the Duke, Duke of Earl, Earl of Sandwich, which do you prefer?
I'm a sandwich guy.
Okay. What's your favorite kind of sandwich?
It's so hard. I generally go, if I don't know a place, I generally go with the Italian on the menu, like some capicola, some salami, some ham, a little oil and vinegar, a little onion, a little salad.
Love it.
It's healthy.
Thank you for that. I appreciate you answering my random questions.
You're welcome.
How did you get into opera singing?
I come from a very musical family. My parents met in college choir in East Tennessee. My dad was a church choir director. My mom was a piano teacher for 4 years. He was the choir director at my church. He played piano at my church. And I have 2 siblings, and we all sang together as a family.
Aww.
My brother called us the Baptist Von Trapp family. We would travel all around the Southeast, true story. And so ever since I could talk, I could sing.
Yeah.
And my brother also pursued an opera career and was a fabulous tenor, successful for a decade or so, and
Okay.
now he's in arts administration.
Lovely.
I started singing, and then my sister is a dental hygienist.
Okay.
She wanted stability, what can I say?
You know what? Can we blame her?
Yeah, no, she's very happy.
I love that. Well, we're so excited to have you here. We've got a couple more folks from Rigoletto that are joining us today. So we're going to catch our next guest in just a moment. Hey, we're back with our next guest. We are so excited to welcome her. So Sarah, come on over. Let's see her in for Sarah. Sarah Dahnke, have a seat, my dear. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm all right.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Well, you are the Crane Directing Fellow with Opera Columbus. And what does that mean exactly?
It's a great question. It means I've been with Opera Columbus for what might feel like a year and a half. Since the beginning of the season in October. I've worked on all 3 of the productions, now being in our 3rd. Got to work with 3 different teams, and assisting all 3 of the directors that lead the stage directing charge.
Love that.
Yeah.
And by nature, you're a choreographer.
That is true.
So what is your favorite style of dance?
Oh, I never know how to answer this question because it feels like it's so contextual. Like, what is the project? What does the project need? my training is really multifaceted, very like musical theater driven, but in terms of the style of dance, I went to a very strict program at Oklahoma City University that was all about like very excellent dance technique in all forms without prioritizing one over the other. But as a creator, I'm more interested in like what is the story that we want to tell, and then what is the movement that feels appropriate for that story.
Love that. Now, something that our viewers here may not know is that every time you travel, you have a companion. You bring your dog with you.
Artie.
What kind of a dog is Artie?
He's a Chihuahua Terrier mix.
Hello.
As far as I know. We've never done the DNA test.
So how is Artie with traveling? Does he do pretty well?
He puts up with it.
Okay.
He very much recognizes Columbus at this point. And he knows everyone at the residence inn where we stay, and they all know him too. He doesn't, love the transit part, but he puts up with it. He gets a little bit better every time. But he's a little nervous guy.
He's a little dude.
It's the Chihuahua in him.
There's a little of that change.
Yeah, exactly.
So since you've been in Columbus for a while, what are your favorite locations or places to eat or places to visit?
We're in rehearsal all the time.
This is true.
So.
Yes. So bed. You like sleeping. The sleeping part.
I know. I was saying on our way to the studio that my first month here, I have my car with me because I was like, oh, that'll be so great to be able, on our breaks to move around and like see Columbus, and then just an hour and a half here and an hour there. But something that's nice about our location is it is walking distance to Short North. So when I do have like a day off or at least half a day, and the weather's nice, a lot of things that have to match up.
We're working on it.
That is, because there's such a like higher concentration of stuff.
There is.
And I'll just like let the mood take me. Do I want to shop for clothes? Do I want to have a glass of wine? Like what's the
or both?
Or both.
Well, we are so glad to have you here, and so glad that you are a part of Opera Columbus and part of our city at this point. Well, we've got a couple more guests, so stay tuned. We're excited to bring on more. We are back with Opera Talk, and we are so excited to welcome our next guest, Hilary Ginther. Come on up. Gorgeous red shoes on. How are you?
I'm great. I'm so happy to be here. It's my first time with Opera Columbus.
Oh, that's so exciting. How are you finding Columbus so far, besides raining?
Yes, the rain is a bummer. But so far, I've explored about 6 to 8 blocks. I got here a couple of days ago.
But those 6 to 8 blocks, though.
Very cute.
Yeah.
I like a walkable city. I lived in Manhattan for a long time, and I moved to Denver during the pandemic, and so I sometimes miss walking, just walking out the door and being able to go get something, because I live in a little suburban area now. So far, beautiful. Everybody's been warm, and I'm excited for the opera.
It's that Midwest thing.
It is true. It's that Midwestern hug.
It is, yes. Now, who are you playing in Rigoletto?
I am playing Maddalena.
Maddalena.
She is the sister of Sparafucile, who we might be meeting soon. And they work together to get some dirty jobs done.
Yeah, you're not the nicest, are you? Do you like playing the villain?
It's the best, I think. It's the most fun. Yeah. You really just get to, depending on who you're asking, step out of who you are and into something.
We would like to think that all villains are like that. But.
She's not a villain in real life.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, David. I appreciate that.
I can assure you.
He's known me for a little while.
Oh, good. We're good then, right? So each character has a signature song when they enter the stage. So what would Hilary's personal walk-on song be?
I think that Hilary and Maddalena might have a similar walk-on song.
Okay.
Because I thought about this for a while.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be Killer Queen.
Love that.
Yeah. It's just one of my favorite songs in general.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I would really feel powerful walking into that. Like, watch out.
I love that. I do want to ask the rest of you, and we will ask our next guest as well. What is your walk-on song? You weren't prepared for this, were you?
I wasn't. This is a silly answer, but when I've thought about this before, I've just thought it would be fun to walk on to Hey Ladies by the Beastie Boys.
Yes. That's a good one. David, what is yours?
Good Kisser by Lake Street Dive.
Oh, they did that. Even direct-to-camera for that one.
I feel like we've thought about this before.
It's the first thing that came to mind.
You guys are wonderful. We've got one more guest, and we're so excited to welcome, and we'll have a full house here in just a few moments, so stay tuned, and we will be right back. Welcome back. We are here with our Opera Columbus, some of our cast, some of our crew, and we have one more guest to bring to you today, and that is the villain. Cody Müller, come on up. Hi. Come on over.
Oh, thanks.
You can get a pillow.
Squeeze in here.
We're getting cozy.
We are cozy.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm wonderful. It's so good to see you again.
Good to see you again too.
I've had the pleasure of now hanging out with you for a couple of months because you were here in the fall doing La Centinela.
Yeah.
And you played the villain then too.
Yes, I did. Although it was a very different type of villain, you know, comedy villain,
Yes.
lots of laughs. Although he's really evil.
He's pretty evil.
Honestly, I think Domenico from Cenerentola is more evil than Sparta Chile, but we'll get into that later.
And you have fun names that just roll off the tongue.
I know, Magnifico, Sparta Chile, no,
Bravo.
La pasta.
If you go by rigatoni in an opera,
When you
We're
write
gonna
that
end this
opera, you call me, okay?
I will write that.
Yeah, I can't
will
wait.
not be writing that. So this is your second time. How is it playing another villain? And have you played this role before?
So I have.
Okay.
When I was in school, I had the chance to prepare this piece before.
Okay.
And playing another villain, you know, I wouldn't say it's really the same at all because, again, comedy and drama.
Right.
And Rigoletto is certainly like high drama, right? So this is much more real, as, you know, an assassin who's hired by a hunchback to kill the Duke of Mantua can
Happens
be.
all the time.
Right, I
yeah.
know. It's like yesterday actually.
Right.
I got approached by someone, and so it's a fun challenge, right? Because yes, it's the villain. Yes, you have to do the dirty work and be mean to some people, but in an entirely different way. And you as a actor as well, I'm sure you understand like having to play a similar role but really change everything about it.
It's a
So
lot of fun.
yeah,
It's a lot of
great.
fun. What is your favorite character that you've ever played?
Oh gosh,
I know it's
actually, so we were just chatting
We were
on the Patreon about this a little bit earlier, and two of my favorite roles in all of operadom I got to do this year with Opera Columbus. So Don Magnifico in Cenerentola is one of my favorites, probably my favorite comedic role of all time in Everything Everywhere. All at once. And, sorry, I'll do that. And then Sparta Chile is just, it's such a joy because Verdi's music is wonderful and amazing, and while all of his opera really speaks to the heart, I think something about this piece in particular is just it's so juicy. I don't know, can I say that word? Okay.
You just did.
I just did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on camera. So yeah, it feels like you can sink your teeth into it, and I'm sure these two would agree. So yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Now, I did give a task before, and you just joined us. So, what is your walk-on song? That's a
Ooh.
song that would intro you to a room. The doors fly open, and Cody comes in with a fan with blowing your hair.
Right, yeah, Fabio.
And,
When I had long hair. So I'm going to answer the question in terms of the characters I play on stage
Okay.
because I feel like I'm not a villain in real life.
You're really not.
I'm
sorry.
I'm a very nice person.
Yeah.
But I would walk on to Bad Guy by Billie Eilish. You know, that's Sparta Chile walks on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Instead of the da-da-da, you hear like, you know, that sort of thing.
That's a good one.
Maybe we should switch that up.
Right.
You know, make that happen in the opera.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Suddenly, we have a whole new audience of folks.
It becomes an a cappella scene, you know. It's pitch perfect. in Rigoletto.
Yes. Oh my goodness, this group. What a hoot. It's been so much fun hanging out with you guys, but we are not done yet. We're gonna put you through a little competition, if you will. A little bit of some games that we want to play. So we're gonna split you up into teams in just a moment, and we're gonna see what happens. Stay tuned. Hi, we're back. We have now reached the really exciting part of our Opera Talk, the competition. All right, our first game that we're gonna play is called Catchphrase. Similar to Taboo or things, you both have a card with lots of really random words on there. And you have got to do your best to figure out how to describe that word without saying the actual word. Okay, so we're gonna go down the list. Sarah, are we starting with you?
I'm gonna say these words, or
Okay.
not say these words first.
Now, before we start, what is your team name?
Team Patty, because we both love Patty LaPone.
Patty LaPone. All right, so Patty LaPone. We are going to start with you, Sarah. I'm going to put 45 minutes on the clock. Seconds. It's going to be a long one. Ready? Set. Begin.
An embrace, a loving embrace. A place that you stay that's like not as fancy, but you can still
Hotel,
rent a room.
inn, motel.
Motel. The stuff that's like really fun to pop. That's with
Confetti.
packaging.
Bubble wrap, bubble tape.
Bubble wrap. Like a cowboy party.
Hoedown.
Yes. A type of soup from a story. This is a terrible clue.
Stone soup.
Yes, stone. Cockroach of the sea.
Crab, shrimp, lobster.
Shrimp. Not wood, not fire, not.
Coal?
No, not a material.
Oh, good one.
Metal.
Nice.
Yeah, got it.
I know. I was like, I should have said fire. I messed it up.
Okay, stone.
I know.
right?
I was like,
Silly story I know
Thank you.
about.
Yeah.
James Bond is a.
Spy.
The United States is a.
Country.
You are the crane director. Let's see. If you give directions, you say go down.
Stage.
Yes. If you go to the hospital and need your appendix out, you have a.
Surgery.
Another word for that.
Operation.
Yes. The Louisiana blank was purchased
Oh, I was like, not
in the.
purchased.
Let's see. It's,
Territory.
Yes.
Okay.
Lumiere is a what in The Beauty and the Beast?
Oh,
He has little flames, wicks.
candle.
More specifically,
Candlestick.
yes. If you're tired, you might do this with your mouth.
Yawn.
Oh, wow. That was 7.
Really trying.
You're so clear, right?
No.
So team
I'm gonna be a
Patty
mess.
LaPone with a combined score of 13. Think you guys can handle this?
Oh.
We'll see.
Now, what is our team name for this team?
Well, there's a word we both say in the opera, so we're going to be Team Apollo.
Oh yeah. Common theme.
Yeah.
Common theme. Okay, who is giving the words first? Are you starting with Hilary?
Sure.
Okay, here we go. Take a big breath in. And go.
A lot of people like to
Dance.
throw
Party.
a line in the water
Fishing.
to catch a specific
Fly fishing. Fishing rod.
early in the alphabet. Second letter.
A bass.
Thank you. If you fall down and
Trip.
hurt yourself, you might get a
Concussion.
more
A
like
bruise.
a scrape,
Screw.
or like
Screw.
open flesh, a flesh
Wound.
Thank you. Something we shouldn't do as singers that's very harmful to our voices.
Scream.
It's
Shout.
a substance.
Smoke.
Thank you. Whether if it's
Those are hard.
Okay, bass fishing was your first one?
bass, fish, it could be bass like your voice type.
I know.
Bass, wound, smoke.
Damn.
Bass fishing is hard.
You guys are on the table now.
Una camisa, another word for this in English, is
Wow.
specifically what kind of. It's a letter UV. The letter before U is in the alphabet. RS blank UV. It's that kind of a.
T-shirt?
Yes.
Oh,
Oscar the Grouch lives in a.
trash can.
Wi-Fi is a form of.
Internet.
It is a movie based on a.
Clown.
Yes. Something you use to buy groceries at the store that makes them
Debit
cheaper.
card.
That makes them cheaper.
Coupon.
Yes. When a basketball player gets they like jump up and get it in the hoop.
Slam dunk.
Yes. When you cross something in a car over a river, it's
Bridge.
called yeah. I neglected.
Really good at the giving.
T-shirt took way too much time to explain.
I was like, all of a sudden you're saying camisa and making me go through the alphabet?
I don't know why I assumed you would just know Spanish.
What the heck?
All right, well, Team Apollo, sadly, you have lost.
It's okay.
We have more games.
Yeah.
Team Patty LaPone. So we have 13 to 10, but we're not done yet. We're going to play a couple more games, so stay tuned. And we are back. Cody. Okay, we're back. We are going to play a new game called Whisper Challenge. Now, Cody can't hear anything right now, which is great, so
He's out.
he's out. Okay. The name of this game, Whisper Challenge, and that is essentially what's happening. Cody has loud music playing right now in his ears. He's unable to hear what I'm saying. Though this is a lip reading game, and we want to
A
try
what?
The goal is to enunciate as much as possible, so this is great for warm-ups. Y'all can use this. You have 1 minute on the clock to try to get through 3 phrases. Let us know. Ready? Begin.
You
can say it out loud.
I lost my dog.
Boom.
It was great. It was cracked. Red. It was really good. It was red. Here. It was rent here. It was right here. You have a dog. You have a dog shepherd. What?
Can I use my hand?
Nope.
You have a dog what? Shaped.
Oh,
This one is so hard.
This is so hard.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have you switch it up here. All right. So Hilary gets the.
You did great.
You did
really
great.
good.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Can I tell him what the last
You
one
may
was?
tell him what the last one is.
You have a dog-shaped jacket.
Yeah, right.
Everybody
Okay.
has a dog-shaped jacket. It. Eat. My. Shorts.
That's it. Eat my. Okay.
Purse. Birth. Person. Are not real. Birds. Birds are not real. That they will never find you. They will never find you.
Well done.
I was rooting for you. That was so
Wow.
weird. I was like, come on.
It is so intense. I love this. All
That's
right.
exciting.
We're gonna switch it up. Right now, I think
We
you all
came
got
back.
your
We came back.
your lead back.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
If I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, my dad dead, my date has big midnight. My dad has big midnight. My Teddy
Terrible.
Wow.
My daddy?
My day. Like
My
the day. The
day.
A. Like how
That's
do you
hard.
what was the sentence?
My day has been good.
Oh, that's
My
hard.
date has big.
Midnight. My daddy has big midnight. I like that one.
My dad has can. My dad can beat. My dad can beat up your dad. That's my dad. Opera is not dead. There is No Way Out.
Yes!
Nicely done.
Ah,
Wow.
I appreciate that Sarah was essentially screaming.
I didn't even know like this one.
Well,
I'm just sitting here trying to distract, like,
Team Apollo, I hate to tell you this, but I think y'all have regained your lead. So we've got one more game to find out who is the true champion of Opera Talk today. Stay tuned. Thank you again for joining us for Opera Talk. We are so thankful that you came and hung out with us today. We're having a great time. That wraps our show up for today, unless you are a Patreon sponsor. Jump on Patreon, support Opera Columbus, and you'll get to see an extra portion. Do that now. It's going to be good.